Have you ever felt like you're just stuck on a financial hamster wheel? You're living paycheck to paycheck, while other people seem to build wealth like it's no big deal? Well, there's a surprisingly simple system they use, and it could seriously change everything for you. Let's break it down.
Okay, so here's the idea that flips everything we've been told completely upside down. We're always taught to chase a bigger salary, right? But the wealthiest people know a secret. The real magic isn't in how much you earn, it's in how you manage what you've already got.
Does this picture feel a little too real? That moment your paycheck finally hits your account, but you already know, after rent, the bills, groceries, and maybe a couple of "I deserve this" splurges, there's just not going to be much left. It's this super stressful cycle, and it can feel like you're running in place.
And look, we all think that earning more is the magic bullet, don't we? But if that were really true, then why do so many lottery winners end up completely broke? Or why do people with six-figure salaries still feel like they're barely scraping by? The reason is actually pretty simple. If you don't have a plan, your money is always going to control you. It doesn't matter how much you make. If you don't give every single dollar a specific job to do, it's just gonna vanish. That's the trap that so many of us fall into.
So this is the big takeaway here. The problem isn't your income, it's your system, or, your lack of a system. And that is exactly what we're gonna fix right now. We're gonna build a simple, powerful system to put you back in the driver's seat.
And here it is. This is the system that will put you in control. It's called the 15-65-20 rule. It's not rocket science, it's not complicated, but it is the exact framework the wealthy use to give every single dollar a purpose. So the system is really easy to see. All your income gets split into just 3 buckets. You've got 15% for your future, 65% for your day-to-day living, and 20% for your freedom. Let's dig into each one.
We're going to start with the most important part of this whole thing. This is the foundation for your wealth, the first 15%. This is where the magic really starts to happen.
The rule is simple, but it is absolutely non-negotiable. You take 15% of every dollar that comes in and you put it away for your future. Not after you pay the bills, not after you buy that thing you wanted. First. You pay yourself first, always. This is the one habit that truly separates the wealthy from everyone else.
Now, I know what you might be thinking. There's no way I can afford to save 15%, but that's kind of missing the point. When the author of this idea started, their 15% was just $12 a month. It felt ridiculous, sure, but it wasn't about the amount of money. It was about building the habit.
So what do you actually do with this 15%? You invest it. You put it to work in things like ETFs or mutual funds, which are basically just baskets of different stocks that help your money grow over time. The real key, though, is to automate it. Set up a transfer that happens the second your paycheck hits your account. Even if you start with $5, that consistency, that's what's going to plant the seeds for your future wealth. Okay, on to the next bucket. This is the biggest chunk of your income, the 65%. This is for, actually living your life. This is your living money. It covers all the essentials, rent, food, your phone bill, you get it. But the real secret here isn't just about covering your costs. The goal is to create a gap between what you earn and what you spend. That little gap, that margin, that is financial freedom.
And here is a perfect real-world example of how you can create that gap. The author actually tracked their spending and found they were leaking $200 a month just on buying lunch. So by starting to meal prep, they plugged that leak, and that money was enough to fund half of their entire investment goal. See, it's about being intentional, not about depriving yourself.
All right, now for the really cool part. This is the money that makes this whole system actually work in the real world, the last 20%. This is what we call your freedom money. Think of it like the pressure release valve for your budget. You see, a smart budget isn't about punishing yourself, it's about finding balance. And this 20%, this gives you that balance.
And you use it very strategically. First things first, you use it to attack any high-interest debt you have, because that stuff is like a hole in your financial boat. Then you build up a small emergency fund for when life throws you a curveball. And once those two things are handled, use this money to save for your goals and to enjoy life, completely guilt-free.
So when you put it all together, you realize this system isn't really about the numbers at all. It's actually about something much deeper. It's about a complete and total shift in your financial mindset.
This slide nails it. Most of us operate on the left side. We say, I'll save what's left over at the end of the month. But of course, there's never anything left. The wealthy just flip that script. They say, I'll spend what's left over after I've saved. They don't see money as something just to be spent. They see it as seeds to be planted for their future.
So, are you ready to make that shift? Ready to take back control of your finances? Here's exactly how you can get started. Not next week, not tomorrow, today, right now.
Okay, here's your super simple 3-step action plan. First, pick an amount of money that's so small you literally won't even notice it's gone. Let's say $5. Second, I want you to open your banking app right now and set up an automatic transfer for that $5 to a separate savings account. And third, that's it. You just let the habit begin. The goal isn't to get rich overnight, it's just to start the habit.
Because that's the ultimate takeaway from all of this. Wealth isn't some magic number you have to hit in your bank account. It's just the natural result of the small, consistent habits you build over time. So the only question left to ask is, what habit will you start today?